What's up, folks? Lara Red with another Black Desert video showing off the new winter region, Everfrost. The region was released 6th of April this year, along with a new class Dracania, which I was supposed to include some of that kind of footage, but I wasn't enjoying the class at the time, so I decided to leave it for another time, hopefully. Winter region is located east of Duvenkroon. It's a small region, but it's nice, it's cozy, it's quiet. It boasts a lot, and there's a lot of new characters, there's a lot of new stuff. They even voiced the main quest line. Okay, sure, not many care about that, but hey. And I decided to move there. So in this video, I want to show you around the town, show you around town a little bit, show you around the grind spots, and yeah, just life in the winter region. Let's take a look around. Our first stop, Jade Starlight Forest, the Oak Jinshinis. Can we take a moment for these cool names? Anyway, this is one of the higher drop rates for the new for the new flame. Oh, Frost Flame. Always mix that name up. It's for the Labreska helmet. So you're gonna need this to craft, much like Fallen God. You're gonna need this Frost Flame and a Pen Griffin or Giath with Caphras 10 to craft this. And Jade Starlight is your best friend here. It's one of the higher drop rate spots in the region for the flame, so you'll see it's frequented quite often. It's a kind of Turo-like layout, but except it's a 3x3x3, so it's literally 9 mobs in a rotation. 9, I say 9. Well, just a 3x3x3 pack basically. So it's like I said, it's like 2 rows with the whole little totems and stuff like that. Except here the totems actually do something. You don't just DPS the mobs like you would 2 rows. You actually kill the totems and let the debuffs happen from the totems. Oh, there's knowledge here. Nice. Yeah, you kill the totems, let them debuff the mobs, and then you go ham. There are also like little tricks and stuff like pulling elites to different lamps and stuff like that, but you kind of have to be careful, otherwise you'll end up buffing them and you'll end up screwing yourself, especially if it's nighttime, because they do hurt. So bear that in mind. This footage is one of my earlier visits. I still didn't know which rota was which, so I just picked what looked like it was empty and I just started grinding. So yeah, my technique has kind of improved since then with the help of some people as well. So this is Jade. Jade is one of my favorite spots because I like the layout of it. I like the 3x3 packs. I enjoy doing pack to pack sometimes. I also enjoy the color aesthetics because lore wise, these guys are almost like immortal kind of. So whenever you kill them, you just sit, and if you linger around, you probably just see the little flames just rekindling. It's quite fun to see, especially at night and against the night sky. It's beautiful. I think it was well worth the wait for this little spot. It's pretty nice. So that's Jade Forest. Next up is Marowak's Labyrinth. Yeah, this is a labyrinth. This is one of the instance grind spots in Winter Region. There is a limit of, I think it was 6 people per server. So if you try to get in and it's full, it will just tell you currently full. So you just have to swap server and pray that it's empty there or something. Otherwise, no Marowaks for you. The goal here is to fight through these waves of mobs. Throughout these waves of mobs, you get elites. You get like elite leaders, elite soldiers, etc., etc. They drop these little tiny tokens called crystal carapaces. You save those up, and then you just pray to get to the boss room. The boss room is where the goodies actually drop. She's actually the only mob here that drops the flames and the embers and stuff. After the fight, you get to talk to this NPC where you can exchange those tokens and then just pray for some really good loot. I like this grind spot because you can be here as long as you want. You can just do 1 wave, 2 waves. You could sit here for 3 good hours if you wanted to. It's really up to you, just as long as it's not full. It's nice. It's also instance, which means you don't have to worry about anyone coming to bother you. So I mean, with the exception of maybe a dumb tent, like in this footage, sadly. This footage is kind of scuffed because I got photobombed by that mysterious night event pop-up, and that tent was in the way, so it was blocking some of the mobs I needed to kill, which was a shame. But anyway, this spot is it's kind of chill. I mean, you still need to keep on your toes, because if you leave certain mobs up, you know, you're gonna give yourself a hell of a time. One of those mobs are the burrows. You don't keep those up, otherwise the place is just gonna quake. That happened to me first time, and I lost a whom. Yeah, that was not fun. So basically, if it's starred, it dies. So that's basically it. And have fun with the boss fight. I'll include footage, like I said at the beginning, I'll include footage of the boss fight at the end of the video, because it was quite something. I've soloed her a couple of times. It's alright. It's very dicey. Okay, it was very dicey. At one point, I actually fell in the water and I actually almost died. That wasn't fun, but I got up and, you know, I actually made it through. I was actually surprised. So, yeah, it's not easy to solo, but it's not impossible, so to speak. So, yeah, this is Marowak's Labyrinth. This is the Winter Tree Fossils grind spot. Grind spot, okay. Right, if there's one place in the winter region I'm disappointed in, it's this one. Several reasons. First up, it's crap. Okay, it's rubbish. You don't get any bang for your buck. You know, it's just disappointing. It's so lackluster. It's very hard to find words for it. I like the style of this. The style of this is that you have to find these pillars, but they must be black. Once they're black, you can choose either easy difficulty or hard difficulty. And then you summon these waves of mobs and you have to keep killing them until it says that they're going back into the pillar. Now, that sounds like a good thing, right? It sounds awesome. It reminds you of Marie Cave. Issue with this one is it costs 100 energy per go. So if you wanted to sit here, I don't know why you would want to sit here and do an hour, but in an hour, each wave is about 15 minutes. That's about 400 energy per hour. Like, and you don't even get that much profit out of it. Also, the flame and embers don't even drop here. This is the only spot in the region that doesn't drop it, which kind of makes sense. I mean, look how easy this is, you know? It makes sense. It's a shame about that, because I do like this kind of wave style thing, and I almost got chunked. Oops. Yeah, I do like this kind of wave style of fighting. You fight waves and stuff, but this one, if I do it, I either do it because I'm bored or because I want to do the little daily that it comes with, which I've recently just not bothered with. So, Tree Fossils is a huge letdown, especially for the fact that it's a 280 AP spot on the on the hard difficulty. But it lets you, like, it's like what, 50 mil or something like that, 50 mil per tower or something. You'd say that's awesome, but it actually really, really stinks. So I think the only comforting saving grace of this is that you can drop witches tokens and iridescent lightstone from here, but that's probably once in a blue moon. So yeah, this spot is very disappointing. So please don't do this spot if you don't intend to use energy pots, and if you are fine. Oh no, sorry, if you're not fine with making rubbish money. All in all, this one is a nice little concept, fighting waves and stuff like that, but it's too disappointing. So yeah, that's a letdown. Our final grand spot stop is Erythius Limbo. Ooh. Now this is the solo dungeon, the solo instance dungeon, instance theme. I like it. This is the solo instance dungeon of the region. Sadly, it's only accessible if you drop a witch's token. And I was actually going to start filming this I was actually going to put this video together without this footage, because it wasn't until literally I started putting the videos together that it decided to drop. Yeah, that's just when. Common, I'm nearly done curse. So anyway, Erythius Limbo works that you have to basically solve all the puzzles. You have to go through each room. You have to follow the instructions, and basically you have to follow the instructions, go to the next room, do the same thing there and there and there, all until you complete, I think it was 4 or 5 rooms, I cannot remember. So that's how it goes. In this footage, I kind of just went head in, and I almost didn't pay attention to the first 2 messages. So I kind of screwed up a little bit there. But once you get the hang of it, you could just go smooth sailing. It takes a bit of a while, but once you get the hang of it, easy pickings. So let's see how this goes for a little bit. Just as you saw there, word of warning, this place is a tiny bit glitchy, so do make sure you don't fall through the floor, please. So the gist of this place, it really is to follow the instructions. In this one, it was to kill those souls of origin, those bright white monsters, is to stop them from getting to the towers or something. Yeah, it was to kill them, stop them from getting to the tower, complete the task as best as you can, and then you open the rest of the door. You continue this process until you unlock the golden room, which I'll show you in the next footage. And this is what the golden room looks like. It almost looks like a treasure pirate's hall. It's very nice. Anyway, when you get here, you speak to that chest to the right hand side. I just passed by the huge black one. And that completes one of the dailies for this place, and you also put the little witch's token there. You exchange that for Erythia's gift, which is what gives you the stuff. Also, after you interact with this big chest, you then basically activate the small chest. So you just hit them and gain loot, and that really is it. It's got some nice loot as well. There's chance of a flame here as well, so yeah, it's pretty neat. Also, the good thing about this dungeon is you can do it as many times as you have cookies, well, tokens basically. Everyone calls them cookies. But yeah, you can run it as many times as you like, as long as you have the tokens. So yeah, and that's it. And all you do, you just talk to the door and you just go back out the way you came. Simples. So, that's the Limbo. And that concludes the grand spots of the Winter region, which is really called Everfrost, but everyone calls it Winter region. Anyway, so that's what it has to offer with regards to grand spots. 1 disappointing one, 2 instance ones, and Snow 2 rows. Woohoo! Solo as well, that's nice. I have to say, all in all, I believe the Winter region was well worth the little delay. I like the little quirks, I like the subtle details, like the jade, what are they called now, the jade lights. I like the characters in this region as well. They're really chatty, they're really talkative, like these two. Everyone seems to get on with it in this region. I find it really laid back compared to some of the other regions. The most recent one I've been exploring was obviously Odalita. And as much as I love the dark theme, let's face it, you need a break from all of that sometimes. So this little region, it was a welcome break from that. I like snowy stuff, so it was quite fun, and also because running around with a fire horse, I like that kind of comparison. I personally think it was well worth the wait. It could be improved in some areas maybe, but for now I'm really enjoying it. It's nice to kind of wind down from the boring sights of Serendia all the time, so I welcome it. I live here now, so it's gotta be good, right? And as a final section for this video, as promised, the footage of my first Mercedes fight. Yeah, Mercedes with a V. This is the boss of Marowak. This is what you aim for when you go to grind there. like I said, she's the only mob that drops the embers and the flames, so let's hope we get some good loot from there. So with this, that brings this video to a close. I hope you enjoyed it. So until next time, ta-ta! Enjoy the pictures as well.